I, for a variety of reasons, found myself working for an incentive compensation management company, which is to say software for paying commissions and bonuses.
Okay.
And for some reason, that's where the solution architect thing came from. Um, we built this generic software that's supposed to work for every customer in every industry, and of course, it doesn't. So somebody had to do the magic on every project to figure out what's missing and how do we get this thing to work. And I knew nothing about insurance, but we every time we did an insurance project, the place the project would fall over and the flames licking higher and higher and the streams of the dying was always the book of business problem, which is what the Bob and BobTrack stands for. There's nobody named Bob in the company. Um,
Oh.
who's servicing this policy and what's the value of that relationship across time?
Oh.
Turns out they care about that stuff in insurance.
Uh-huh.
Whereas you sell to a manufacturing company, you sell a widget, the sales guy knows who he is. We multiply the price by the rate, and that's his commission. Well, in insurance, you got to know, you know, rolling 18 months or annualization and true up or retention or all these things that don't make any sense just based on a $100 premium check coming in. So we'd have to, when we pull, Conglomco off their mainframe system that they've been on since 1970, and the last guy who understood it died 2 years ago, we'd pull them off that. And what disappeared, the place there was nothing that we could tie into was book of business. So you spec this out, a dozen, 2 dozen times, and you say to yourself, why hasn't somebody built this? And that's where BobTrack came from. I know nothing about insurance. I've never sold a policy. I don't know the difference between, whole life and term or any of those VUL things. I don't even know that. I just know what it looks like as a row of data coming out of a system, and then I know what to do with it. So the the big BobTrack product, the reason I started the company is for the carriers, but then just recently, and I guess this part might be interesting to you guys. I think the rest is probably boring you to tears, but the part that might be interesting for you is an agency guy came to me a few months ago and said, I need that for my agency. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. It's like software. You need a computer to run it and stuff like that. And he said, I can't forecast revenue and I can't reconcile my commissions and I can't see my whole customer journey because, if I've got one customer with 3 policies on 3 companies, I can't see the totality of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can fix that. So I've been building an agency product as well, and we should be in the market with that probably in less than a month for just, essentially just wrapping your arms around your finances every month is really all it's
Eh,
solving for.
Love it.